Good morning. I almost missed my bus, so I had to giddy old up. I had to run. Well, not run, but like walk pretty fast. But basically, this is going to be my story on how I ended my toxic relationship. Now, my toxic relationship lasted for 2 years and some change. And the reason why I say that it was toxic is because I wasn't on the right path with God. I wasn't buddy buddy with Him. I didn't have a relationship. Well, I had a relationship, but it died down the moment I got with my ex at the time. So I kind of ignored all the signs in the beginning, because in the beginning he was an awesome guy. Like, he still is an awesome guy. He's just not my awesome guy. He was very sweet. He went to church. He was in the church choir. He would buy me just because gifts. He was an amazing person. He listened to me. He did all of these amazing things. I remember myself sneaking over his house with his mom and whatnot, and they would come and get me from work, and I'll just, spend my break time over there, because my break time was like an hour or so. So I had, plenty enough time to just cuddle up with him, and basically setting myself up for failure. So I gave him my virginity because at the time he didn't want it. Which, okay, I'm not going to put air quotes, because he honestly didn't want to take my virginity, because I had already told him that I was going to save myself for marriage, because that's what I believe that the Word of God says. And so he was on board with it. However, we still ended up doing it, So I put that on myself, because I was an initiator, and I expected him to say stop, which he did, but he wasn't as forceful as he could have been, So that was one thing that it was a mistake. In all honesty, it was a mistake, because from that moment on, I had basically fell in love, or what I thought was in love. I basically made him my God instead of making God my God. So everything that he said, I agreed with. Everything that he wanted, I did, and it was just a continuous cycle of Marcus. Whatever. Marcus. So whatever he wanted, I did, And it went downhill from there, but I wasn't looking at it like I was going downhill. I was looking at, this young 16, 17-year-old girl being in love with someone who thinks is going to be her husband. Like I said, he wasn't a bad guy. I already knew his motives. I already knew what he had planned to do, his intentions and everything. He wanted to marry me. And I like stuff like that, because I don't want to date around just to be dating around. I want to date to find my husband, So it's just a little brief story about ending my toxic relationship. See you guys later.